Good morning and welcome to NC Tech's Focus on Talent webinar. I'm Andrea Fleming, Director of Talent and Workforce Development for NC Tech. I'm really happy to have all of you join us today. I've attended one of the Infosys Springboard Roadshow demonstrations and I'm really excited to share this resource with all of you today. First, a little bit about NC Tech. The North Carolina Technology Association is a not-for-profit, membership-driven trade association and the primary voice of technology in North Carolina. So our mission is to foster growth and champion innovation in the tech sector in North Carolina while providing a voice for the tech community. So our membership includes about 625 member companies, organizations, and institutions employing more than 200,000 workers in North Carolina. We do work in 4 major areas: professional networks, government affairs, sector promotion, and talent development. So talent and workforce are frequent topics in all 4 of those areas and is very critical to the success of an organization. The changes in the labor force and future talent pipeline are a big focus for the U.S., but especially for tech companies as they have specific skills needed for the industry. And those tech skills are rapidly changing and evolving, which is why we're here today. We host these talent and workforce development focused webinars throughout the year, so watch for announcements and promotions in our newsletter and on our social media. Some of the topics we cover are diversity, equity, and inclusion, education, the role of the community college system, training and development, women in tech, recruitment, retention. If you have suggestions for other topics or for companies to present, please let me know. I'll share my email in the chat in a few minutes. So we're going to go ahead and get started. If you have questions during the session today, please use the Q&A feature in Zoom, and we'll get to those after Victor does his presentation. Today's session is hosted by Infosys Foundation USA on their digital training and reskilling platform, Infosys Springboard. So Victor will share about the platform and the foundation's mission to close the digital skills gap. Again, tech jobs are exploding. The pace of innovation within the digital economy is moving at lightning speed. The Springboard platform really helps to bring individuals and help organizations help their employees work on their digital skills and be prepared for what's next. They want to democratize access to digital and professional skills content to empower learners across the spectrum from K through 12 through post-secondary to aspiring professionals, all seeking to upskill for their tech-enabled opportunities for the 21st century. So Victor is the head of Infosys Education, also chief mentor of Infosys Springboard, and head of the Engineering Academy. So 3 different hats. You're in good hands this morning to learn how Springboard can integrate into your training needs at your organization, within your personal career skills goals, and with students and educators in your life. Victor, I'll hand off the Zoom mic to you.
Thank you so much, Andrea. Good morning, everyone. Firstly, thank you, NC Tech, for hosting this webinar. It's indeed our pleasure to join hands and share this wonderful platform and the mission and the goals of our digital literacy initiative with all of you today. I'll go ahead and share my screen. Maybe I'll request Andrea to confirm if you're able to see my screen.
Yes, perfect.
Perfect. Okay, so I'll use a couple of slides to give the context, and then I'll directly go to the platform to show you some of the key capabilities of the platform, what we are using for this mission. So Infosys is is a company which has originated from India, had a very simple beginning. 7 founders, 7 young professionals joined hands together to start a professional company to be run by the professional for the professionals. It's grown leaps and bounds from 7 people. Now we are close to about 350,000 employees spread across global locations, servicing to close to about 2,000 plus customers across different industry verticals, with a mission to navigate the next digital transformation in all of their journeys. So as we set this goal for us, we said we should first transform ourselves internally So that's a journey that we were in 7, 8 years ago, going through our own digital transformation. So we call it as becoming a live enterprise, right? So how typically a human being or any living being is able to sense, is able to respond, is able to learn, adapt, and evolve into a better and better system. How come if enterprises are able to do the same thing, what kind of a digital brain is needed, what kind of different systems, platforms are needed? So we started thinking about all of that, and all of that at population scale. So that is also something very different. And at the same time, how we can capitalize on the evolution of technologies, that are evolving at a much faster pace, which we never imagined. So with all that journey, so we have gone through our own digital transformation. One of the outcomes of that journey was coming out with our own digital next generation learning platform. um, so as I said, I just wanted to, again, before I go to the platform, I just wanted to share with you, Infosys was always focused on learning and development. And it's been the utmost importance of the company since its inception. So we are proud to share that we have the world's largest corporate training center in India. The picture that you see is our global education center in the city of Mysore in India, where we can host close to about 14,000 trainees at any point in time, and they can be accommodated as well. So we recruit close to about 20,000 graduates, 20,000 associates every year, and they go through a structured foundation program at our Mysore campus, and then they get actually posted to different locations on and different projects across. So I mean, this was our, I can call it as a first era of education at Infosys, building this culture of continuous learning. And then we moved on, as I said, 7, 8 years ago, to leverage technology and build platforms with which we can groom our own talents at scale. In fact, I recall, I think when we had to shut down, the campuses during the beginning of the pandemic, since we had these platforms, since we had transformed ourselves, to be, to have the platforms which are internet facing, which are accessible, at the same time secure, and also can reach millions. We were able to sail through the pandemic very smoothly. So we were, prepared. We had the systems in place to sail through. So I mean, that is something which we ourselves have benefited. So 7 years back when we actually launched it, we said if only some 2,000, 3,000 of our employees come to the platform and learn on a daily basis, we would have achieved our objectives. But as we speak today, there are close to about 30,000 to 35,000 of our own employees come to this platform and learn on a daily basis. Some of these numbers are something which actually encouraged us to take it further and make it available as a service to our customers. So the same learning platform and learning services, we offer it to our customers as a formal learning services from Infosys. 60 of our global customers use the platform for various learning initiatives in their own organizations. So with all that initiatives, it gave us actually a confidence, as well as our leadership team felt we should make it available for the public, right? Just like the purpose statement of Infosys, as it states, navigate the next and amplify the human potential and create the next opportunity for businesses, for people, and societies. So we wanted to make this available free of cost, accessible to the societies, to the people who are in need, to upskill and reskill and so on. So that's how we have launched Infosys Springboard as a digital literacy initiative to enable 10 million learners on digital and life skills by 2025. Um, I can say, in the last 2.5 years, we have already touched close to about 8 million learners, amongst that 10 million goal that we have taken for ourselves. So we are well on our way to reach our mission. And of course, we will only continue to amplify and help people to learn and reskill and upskill and stay relevant, for their own opportunities as well as for the society. Before I go to the platform again, I'll just take a minute to say, so these are different learning initiatives that we do at Infosys. So we provide continuous education, reskilling opportunities for all our 350,000 employees. A foundation program is our signature entry-level onboarding program for our employees. We run close to about 50 plus specialization programs through which they get onboarded. This is a structured 14 to 16 weeks program which we do at Infosys, and then they get onboarded to the company. And then, as I said, so we work with academia, we work with the education ecosystem, we contribute back to the education ecosystem, in terms of offering some courses, faculty development programs, internship opportunities for the students, and so on. Right? So this is the core of offerings and different learning initiatives that we have at Infosys. So I was talking about the platform. The platform has been built based on these four core tenets, what we call it, the core principles, which actually resonated well with our own internal needs, where we need to upskill, reskill our own employees at scale, and how can we actually leverage technology for learning. Right. So with all that in mind, we have come up with this four core principles, which says how can we make learning convenient, how can we make learning relevant, how can we make learning fun or gamified, or how can we make learning matter. Right. So these are the four core tenets based on which the principles based on which the different capabilities, the different learning content on the platform are actually structured. So when I say how can we make it convenient, that is to facilitate learning anytime, anywhere, on any device. I mean, the users, the learners can actually learn online. They would be able to download courses and use it on a mobile app and learn even when they are offline. And there are guided learning paths that are available. The platform actually is capable of facilitating both synchronous and asynchronous learning methodologies or formats. When I say how can we make it relevant, so that's primarily from the use of technology, and at the same time facilitating from a micro learning or a nano learning to a macro learning or a full stack learning, right? And platform also has various AI first, AI based, machine learning based learning recommendations to various personalization aspects where people can actually customize what they want to actually learn, and they should be able to create their own learning playlist and curate the content in which they want to actually learn. Right? I'll show some of these features when I show the demo of the platform. And the thirdly, we are actually dealing with multi-generational workforce in the companies, as well as if you look at any of the education setup, we are dealing with multi-generation workforce who have different styles of learning, right? So we need to keep up to their expectations. So the platform has various engaged learning features. I mean, the features that actually engages the learning. So be it discussion forums facilitating interaction amongst the learners, or be it playgrounds. What we call it as playgrounds are nothing but the sandbox environments for people to practice. And then there are AI based proctoring, where they can actually take up the assessment anytime, anywhere from a camera enabled device. And there are leaderboards, there are gamified badges that are available. There are live quizzes features that are available on the platform, which can be used by the educators, by the teachers in their own classrooms, right? And the last but not the least, the heartbeat telemetry in the platform helps us to bring the data, analyze the data, and provide intelligent dashboards and reports to the leadership team to drive the learning within their institutions and within their own organization. So these are the four core tenets based on which the platform has been built. Just to give a quick snapshot, so these are various features that I've highlighted are part of the platform, from a synchronous to asynchronous to social learning to micro to macro, full stack content, gamification, and so on. Right. So we keep adding many more functionalities and features to the platform, which helps us to keep the learning relevant for the learners on the platform. Um, Andrea, could you please confirm if you're able to see my screen, the browser screen?
Yes. Yes, I can see the platform.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so this is the platform. It's a very simple sign up process. We'll share the URL towards the end of the session. This can be downloaded. The instructions on how to download as a mobile app is also available on the platform itself. So you can just requires your first name, last name, and the email ID for the sign up. If you have a Gmail ID, you can use the Google authentication and I'm sorry. If you have a Gmail ID, you can use the Google authentication and sign up into the platform. So when you get into the platform, this is the homepage of the platform. I mean, watch out for these banners at the top. Many of our new initiatives and strategic initiatives, new learning programs. We try to brand through these banners at the top. For example, you know one of the things that we have very recently launched, which all of us I'm sure are familiar about, is the generative AI and the prompt engineering technologies that have been evolving and talk of the town everywhere, right? So we have created an exclusive microsite for generative AI and prompt engineering, and grouped the courses that are available on the platform, from an AI first software engineering to OpenAI GPT models to prompt engineering and generative models for developers, kind of a courses, which anybody can actually sign up and start learning. In fact, we plan to add many more new courses in these technologies, which will help the learners to be on top of this important technology evolution that is happening currently, right? I'm sure, I think all of you would agree, this is something which is going to, the AI is going to revolutionize and influence and impact all aspects of the ways of working currently, right? So this is something which is available. So such important learning courses, launch of new programs will get communicated. In fact, couple of others I just wanted to quickly highlight, or what we have done is, if somebody actually wants to establish a career in IT, right? So they can come to this exclusive microsite, which has actually two parts. And this is exactly what we do as part of our Infosys onboarding foundation program as well. So anybody who joins us, they first go through what we call as IT fundamentals, or the IT foundation, right? And this essentially has courses of one programming language to database, and learning about the software engineering and agile way of working, and then various professional skills like design thinking to business English communication to speak up to working in teams related skills. And then finally they take up a comprehensive assessment altogether, right? So this is the first step. If somebody actually wants to are interested in setting up a career in IT, right? So this is the first learning path which is needed for them, which is available. We have structured it for them to go through. Once they complete the IT fundamentals, they can actually come to this digital and emerging technologies. In fact, the platform has close to about 8,000 plus 8,800 plus free courses on the platform, right? So which you can actually go to any course and start learning. And these are attempts from our end, from the Infosys Springboard USA team, to curate these courses and arrange them in a what we call as a job ready roles, right? So aligned to different emerging technology roles, so that the learners, the students, and the aspiring professionals can actually pick up and learn what they actually want to learn. For example, as I said, after they complete IT fundamentals, they can come to this section of digital and emerging technologies. They can pick and choose from any of these pathways, which are the top picks, in the market, the top skills in any of the IT and computer science industry currently, right? So they can become a full stack developer or a Spring developer or a UI developer, right? Or a cyber security or an Internet of Things associate and so on. So we have structured courses on these areas into different levels and curated them as a learning paths, for somebody to learn and get started with their digital and professional career, right? So this is another curation that we have done on the platform, which is available for anybody to pick up and learn, get started immediately with their learning. And this is again another good thing, which is applicable irrespective of whatever is the discipline of the students, or discipline of when I say discipline, the specialization of the learners on the platform, right? So for somebody to who wants to start their professional career, in addition to the technology skills and domain skills, the professional skills are also something which is very important. In fact, many times the interviews also focuses on, the skills on learnability, as well as the communication skills, right? The problem solving skills. So they focus on many of those aspects. So this section, this microsite within the platform provides, has courses on all of those areas, starting from a basic, English proficiency, communication skill, to telephone etiquettes, to design thinking, to problem solving, creative thinking. So various other professional skills courses are included, starting with the fundamental courses to leadership related courses and management related courses are neatly organized in this microsite for anybody to come and start learning, right? So this is another interesting one which is available. In fact, many of the organizations who wants to partner with us, say for example, some of our customers wants to partner with us. Say Adobe is one of them who wants to actually, who had partnered with us, and they have shared their Adobe Experience Cloud Manager learning path, to be made available on Infosys Springboard Digital Academy. So, they in fact intend to share many more learning paths. If you are one of those partners who are interested to join hands and share any of those learning contents, we'd be very happy to partner together. In fact, one of our other customer actually have joined hands, through their internship program, where they said, NAF and Infosys Springboard, and Infosys Foundation USA came together to facilitate this, on the platform, with the organization before they start their internship journey with a telecommunication company. They will come to Infosys Springboard platform and complete their mandatory learning on coding, or or on digital emerging technologies, professional skills, right? So we have identified together those learning journeys, and they will complete these courses before they start their internship, right? So some of our partners are also using the platform as a mandatory learning which they need to complete before they start their internship program. So these are different ways in which we partner together with organization. In fact, some of the universities where we have joined hands and work with the faculty, work with the program chairs to see how they can incorporate some of these courses as a mandatory courses or as an elective courses, or some of the university curriculum recommends students to go to any MOOCs and complete courses and submit the certificate. So I mean, some of the universities are using it as as that kind of an avenues. In fact, some universities also use this comprehensive learning paths as a major and minor. For example, if somebody is pursuing a degree, a 4-year course in mechanical engineering, they can do a minor in machine learning on the courses on Infosys Springboard Digital Academy. So these are different ways in which how we partner together with universities and institutions. So coming to the core of the platform, as you look at it, we have drawn inferences from many of the social platforms that we use. For example, last viewed that you see is something like continue from where you have left last time, right? So what we see in Netflix. We start a movie, we leave it in between, we come back and continue from where we have left. In a similar way, say for example, I have started learning the course on Agile. I have completed 21%. I come back whenever I have time. I start from where I have left, right? So that's a this is what the last viewed helps. And this is again, there are two levels of personalization that is possible on the platform. Say for example, at the first level, there is a section called as setting our own interest areas. Many times, the learners just they don't want to look at everything that is available. They want to actually have a personalized environment, set their own areas of interest. So that's what actually happens here, where I can go ahead and set my own interest area, right? So for example, I've set my interest areas as big data. Now I go ahead and say, for example, change it to cybersecurity. In fact, this is the one of the first steps that you would do as you sign up into the platform, setting your own areas of interest, right? So I set up cybersecurity. Now the platform will do the job for me to pull the latest and relevant courses on cybersecurity and make it available on the homepage of the platform itself. And there are various other recommendations which are available. For example, just like how we get recommendations on many of the retail platforms, right? So we go ahead and search for a product, and very next moment we get those recommendation feeds on all of those social media. So in a similar way, we try to use that machine learning engine to see what are the interests of the learners and what courses they are completing, and then give a recommendation on what could be their next learning journey, right? So for example, I go ahead and I start learning this agile course. I also get a recommendation what could be my next learning journey, right, as a feed, right? So a typical course structure looks like this, where you get to see what are all the prerequisite learnings, and then what contents that you have to learn is actually neatly arranged for somebody to start and complete, as well as participate in the discussions in the discussion forum as well. So this is a typical structure of the course, and each course is structured into resources, modules, and assessments that constitutes a course. And collection of courses is what is termed as a program or a learning path in the platform. And when I say resources, resource is the smallest element or the building block in the platform. It could be a video file, it could be a PDF, or it could be a web page, or it could be a natively created HTML page on the platform, right? So collection of these resources forms a module along with some interactions, quizzes, assignments, and exercises, and so on, right? So and then collection of modules with an end assessment becomes a course, and collection of courses becomes a learning path, right? So that's the way the content is actually structured in the platform, right? So this is a couple of features I just wanted to quickly share. Another one is creating a playlist. For example, you go to this apps section, you get to see various apps that are available on the platform. You are free to explore all of these apps. For example, you can go ahead and create your own playlist, something similar to, for example, when we use Spotify, right? We tend to create our own music playlist. In a similar way, you can create your own learning playlist on the platform, right? So for example, I have created many of these playlists. Say for example, I wanted to learn Internet of Things, and I just go ahead and enter these keywords and pick up those courses. I can sequence them in the order in which I want to learn these courses, and learn from it, right? So this is another aspect of personalization which is available on the platform. And you also get to see the badges. In fact, the kids nowadays are so much eager to collect badges, earn badges, and showcase their badges. We want to use this um, technology feature to promote learning. So there are various badges that are available on the platform. As they complete 5 courses, 10 courses, they complete 100 quizzes, they get to earn different badges. In fact, at the end of every course, when they complete the assessment and secure 60%, they're eligible to download a certificate with a QR code. Again, the certificate, they can use it for their employment opportunity. And the certificate also comes with a verification QR code, which the employers can verify on the platform as well. So those are some of those features that are available on the platform. I also want to highlight just a couple of things before we open it out for questions. We have a platform capability called as playgrounds that are nothing but the virtual environments or the virtual labs for you to practice, right? For example, if somebody wants to practice Angular, right, so just click on this Angular playground. It takes about 4 to 5 minutes to spawn a new virtual machine, which is loaded with all the tools and technologies that are required for this technology, and along with some sample exercises. And if you have a project or a POC to build on, to work on, you can upload and keep working on this virtual machines, right? So it just removes all the hassles of finding a machine to write installables and so on, right? So you have all of them here for you to practice what you want to learn. It's not only the technology playground. We also have professional skills playground, right? So for example, if the students wants to prepare for a technical interview or wants to practice and take a test on their sales skills, high impact communication, client interaction, they can actually use all of this, what we call as a simulated learning playgrounds to practice what they are actually learning, right? So that's another interesting capability on the platform. We also have the integrated authoring tool. If any of you as an expert wants to contribute to the learning courses, we can give those privileges, and we should be able to author any new course on the platform, right? And there are live quizzes, what we call as a connect and create connect. For example, in a class or in any of your all hands meet, if you'd like to if you'd like to run a quiz, a live quiz, you can create the quiz questions in the create connect, and then the participant, once you launch the quiz, it shows a code with which the participants can actually log into that quiz and interact and respond to the quizzes in a live environment, right? So that is something which the educators can use, the professors can use in the classroom, to engage the class. And there is a very comprehensive learning dashboard which is available on the platform, where you can see how many people are actually learning and what they're learning. If you would like to have specific reports of learners from your organization, we should be able to provide that as well. So there is a comprehensive dashboard that's available for you to see who is learning what and so on, right? So these are different features. In fact, I just wanted to stop with one last one. Again, it has a very intuitive and powerful search engine, where you can see there are close to about 9,800 courses. We just added a new set of courses, a new set of 1,000 courses yesterday. So we used to have 8,800. I think we just increased another 1,000. We have courses from our internal as well as from many of our partners. In fact, AWS has shared a set of courses which we are hosting it. We are set to have courses from Microsoft very soon. So many of those courses and learning paths we are onboarding onto the platform. A simple search, people can actually get to see all the contents that are available. Another interesting way of search which is available on the platform is this concept graph, where you just click on that button and you get to see the skill and what are all the adjacent skills for that particular technology, right? And get a big picture of what it is all about. For example, from Windows firewall, I go out and explore computer security, right? And then I get to see what it is all about. From here, actually, I can go out and explore cloud computing, right? So I keep exploring and get a view of what the technology is all about, what are all the different connected skills and adjacent skills, which expands my horizon of search and gives me a big picture of what actually I'm setting to learn. In fact, as I explore, I also get to see in parallel on the left side what are the courses and learning paths and resources that are available for me to learn on this specific technologies as well, right? So I stop here. I can go on. So I just wanted to see if there are any questions, and we can go from there.
Very, very impressive. I am very personally happy. I have earned a badge beyond fledgling, but definitely for those that are hungry to learn more or share the opportunity with employees, family, students, Springboard definitely has a buffet of choices around tech skills. I especially love the platform has the professional skills integrated as well, especially around active listening and communication and the interview coaching as well. So we'll open up if anyone has any questions. You can raise your hand and I can allow you to unmute and ask your question, or you can type it into the Q&A box. I definitely encourage anyone log in, create an account, check it out, create the pathways where you're interested in learning more, and share this with others. I think we all know someone that is looking for a job in tech, either someone that has been impacted by a layoff or someone that's looking to upskill and move to something else. This is a great way to add additional skills to a LinkedIn profile and to a resume, especially with the certification badges through Infosys to prove that you do actually know those skills. So there are not any questions coming in from Q&A. Does anyone want to raise their hand, ask a question? We will be sharing out a recording of this session, as well as the link to Infosys Springboard USA, so that you can log on and create your account. There are different Springboard platforms, so be sure to click on the link that I do share. But I put it in the chat box, but I'll also share it out in the email later today when the recording is ready. We hope that everyone learned something about Springboard and where you can take your tech skills. I hope this has motivated you to create an account. We really thank Infosys Springboard for hosting today and sharing the information about their platform. Victor, do you have any closing comments you want to share?
Well, thank you so much, NCTech and all of you leaders from various institutions for joining us. So, as I said, in Infosys Foundation USA has two distinct initiatives. One of them is the Infosys Springboard Digital Academy, which is for high school and above learners, which has close to about 9,000 plus courses. Uh, in addition to this initiative, we also have an initiative called as Infosys Pathfinders Institute. So that is an exclusive initiative for K to 12 teachers and students. So that's another initiative that you could make use of. The link which Andrea had shared has information on both of these initiatives, so you can actually look into the details on those websites. So feel free to connect with us if you need any more details and support, and feel free to introduce it in your institutions. And we also conduct focused initiatives for the underrepresented communities. There are faculty development programs that we do. There are awards, maker awards that we provide for faculty who wants to establish a makers lab, in their institution. So there are such awards and exclusive coding classes for girls, and also exclusive initiatives for women in technology, women in management, and so on. So focused initiatives are also planned and being conducted various times. So feel free to reach out to us, and we'll be very happy to support. And thank you for joining hands.
Right. Thank you, Victor. Thank you, Infosys Foundation. And with that, we will sign off. Thank you all.